Before we became parents, I really thought parenthood was going to be sunshine and rainbows. I never went into parenthood expecting for parenthood to be smooth sailing all the time, but there's a lot about parenthood that I never understood until I became a parent. Today's topic is entitled Before Parenthood. We will touch on who we thought we'd be, what we imagined life would look like, and how different things felt before having kids. Like we said last episode, this podcast is unscripted for the most part, aside from the regular little notes that we have just because mom brain, dad brain.
Facts.
But it is not a guide to parenthood. It's just our real lives. I'm your host, AK, and this is my co-host.
King, what's up?
And welcome back to Parenthood Unscripted. We're going to jump right into this topic, and I'm just going to ask you a question and we'll kind of go from there. But before kids, what did you think day-to-day parenting would look like?
Like as a parent?
Yeah, like before you
before
became
I
a
had
parent.
kids?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it would have been like easy.
Yeah.
That it would be
What did you think like your task would have been?
like to be honest, just well, changing diapers, I knew that before kids because I took a course in high school.
Yeah.
And it kind of taught me like about like
Right.
So like changing diapers, feeding them with the bottle. Like I never knew anything about like babies can like be breastfed.
Okay.
I never knew that.
Right.
But all I knew was they had like bottles that you had to feed them with, changing diapers. You have to wake up every like hour to change them
because basically based off of like your learning.
Yeah, based on my learning in school.
Okay.
That's what I thought it's gonna be like.
For me, I would say like, I know in the beginning I did say that I thought it was gonna be sunshine and rainbows, but I didn't think every part of it was going to be sunshine and rainbows, but I kind of just felt like I was gonna know what I was doing. Like I was meant for this mother thing. So it wasn't really like I thought I was gonna struggle with parenting, but it was more so that it was gonna have hard days and it was gonna have easy days. I expected that going into like before becoming a parent. Honestly, when I think of parenting, or before I even had children and I thought of parenting, I just thought of you having a child and that child just following everything that you tell them to do, and there rarely being many issues with...
Like you think like they're like, when you tell them to do something, they'll do it.
Right, because I feel like when I was a child, I listened to my parents for the most part.
But I feel like kids nowadays don't do that.
Don't listen, right?
No.
Yeah, because there's just something about this new generation of children. They do what they want to do.
Basically.
Yeah. But with that said, what kind of parent did you imagine being?
Well, I'm kind of still like that, but like I'm kind of like the chill parent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I don't mind you doing certain things, but I'm also strict on certain things. Okay. I feel like regardless before and now, I feel like before being a parent, I would have been the same like as a parent now.
Right.
Because like you gotta be that parent where like you're chill, but at the same time you're not too chill and you're not too strict.
Right.
You're in the middle where you
I can relate to that because it's funny because when I was not a parent, I thought I would be that chill parent. Yeah. I thought I would be able to like, yeah, just do this, just do that. but
No, I know when you.
I don't think I am that parent. I
No, no, no,
honestly,
no, no.
I can truly say that me, I am more strict in our parenting relationship than he is. Like, and it's crazy because our kids are not even that old yet, but I can see that I am more so the one who is like, oh, don't do this or don't do that. When daddy will just be like, just do
Sometimes,
it.
like they have to learn their lesson
I get
because
that.
let's say they're trying to like put a plug, put a charger in the outlet,
Yeah.
and they go do that, and then before they do that, they put it in their mouth, and then they put it in there, then they get shocked, and they'll learn from that. Maybe they might not and do it again, but it's a lesson that they're learning, and when they get to a certain age, they'll be like, oh, I don't think I want to touch that.
Try that. I do
You
get
know?
that. I feel like there's it warrants like
But mothers are
there's
more
we're
overprotective,
protective,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I feel like it also depends on the situation at hand. Like there's certain things that I will allow them to try for themselves, but for the most part, I'm always the one that's like just running behind them, like, oh, don't do this, don't do that, just because I'm more, I would say, a little bit more.
You're not more strict. You're just more protective over them.
Okay.
And I feel like that's all mothers, though. It's not just you. It's probably just all mothers are overprotective over their kids because those kids were inside of you for 9 months. They're in your stomach for 9 months, and you just feel like, okay, that's basically something like a human that came out of me. So I need to protect that.
Yeah.
Guys think like that too, but it's like
I feel like you don't think like 100% with your emotions. Like,
yeah, sometimes we're like we do care about our kid, but it's also like
that hard, tough love.
yeah, the hard tough love, you got to give them some hard tough love sometimes, so
I do,
but yeah,
I do agree with that. But I also believe that that is why it is important to have like your your children's father in their lives if it's possible. Obviously, there's situations where that's not possible. But if it's possible and you are in a good relationship with their parent, and like even if it's not their parent, just a father figure in your child's life
yeah,
that can lead them along the path of showing that tough love, I think every child needs that and deserves that.
yeah.
So, with that said, did you think becoming a parent would change our relationship before having kids?
Well, to
Yeah.
be honest, before having kids, I didn't think that anything would change. I didn't
You did
think,
not think that,
no,
right?
no, no.
I think that before having children, I expected a few changes here and there, but I don't think that I really understood how much it would have changed our relationship,
Yeah,
whether for good or for bad. I don't think like I fully comprehended how much like our relationship could change based on having kids. So, looking back now, what did you completely underestimate about parenting and parenthood?
well, I did underestimate that, um, like as I said, our relationship, because like I thought it was gonna be easy, smooth sailing. No, there's gonna be rough patches here and there, and also having kids now is like it changes. As I said in the last episode, it changes you, to be honest.
Right.
But yeah, like I underestimated a lot of changes from when we were just in a two relationship compared to a family relationship, because now it's four people instead of two,
Right.
and
And I think that's the biggest factor too, because we did not just stop at one child.
no,
We have two.
we have two
And
kids.
I think with having our daughter, things changed, but it wasn't a
A
lot
big,
of
yeah, yeah,
changes.
yeah.
But then after having our son, a lot more changes happen.
Yeah.
And then obviously, like your external factors, like the people who are around you, big thing, friends, like friendships,
Yeah.
other past relationships, like even if you ended on like a good note with maybe somebody in your past, how they feel about you having a child now, because
Mhm.
things are like become more of a deal once a child is put into the picture, right? So I would say I underestimated losing friends. Like I thought, okay, if I am gonna have a child, I'm gonna have this village of friends that are still gonna be there to support me and are gonna love my child just as much as I did. Boy, was I wrong, because when I say I can count my friends on one hand, when I literally think about it, I have like 3 friends. Like I'm not even being exaggerate right now. I really think I have 3 friends, 3 close friends. Of course, I know people. Of course, like I'm good with people. If I see them, and like it's fine. But when I say I genuinely only talk to like 3 people, it's that serious. I never expected parenthood to feel so lonely. And that is, I think for me, that is the biggest thing about parenthood that has like kind of changed everything. Because before parenthood, I did not expect that. Now we are going to just move right into segment number 2. Where did all of those expectations come from? So, based on what we were just talking about, where do you think those expectations about like becoming a parent and like how parenthood would be, where do you think that came from? Was it family members? Was it social media? Was it friends that had children before? Was it movies? Like,
Well, to be
what did you
honest,
base parenthood off of?
I based off of, as I said, learning,
Mm-hmm.
like in school,
Mm-hmm.
but also, yeah, like movies and social media. Before, on social media, I would see like people with their kids dressing them up. I thought you dress your kids up every single day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that every single day they have to
Like
wear
you have to go
expensive.
somewhere.
They have to go somewhere. You have to wear something expensive every single day.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I said, it's from the movies and like from social media. It's totally different. Everything is totally different. What you expect versus what you experience.
Right. Because even for me, I would say that a lot of my expectations about parenthood definitely came from watching how other people parented their child and just how I was parented. Based on how my parents raised me, I I would say that is what has changed like my idea of parenthood. Everybody who is a parent, parenthood is not going to look the same for everyone.
This is also something that I didn't expect
Mm-hmm.
as a parent. I didn't expect that my house would be dirty.
Oh, let's talk about
That's
it.
that. Like not
Oh
even like.
my goodness. I am a clean freak, okay? I definitely may have OCD. I don't know. But personally, when I was living in my parents' house, my parents obviously they're very clean people. So we have all just grown to be very clean. Um, try to clean up after yourself, like make sure everything is tidy pretty much all the time, right? Yeah, there's gonna be some days where you don't feel like cleaning, but for the most part, the place stay clean. I thought, okay, when I have kids, okay, they play with something, I'm gonna clean it up right after, and things are gonna be clean all the time because I'm a clean person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, no, no.
No.
Because when I say I will be cleaning not even 24/7. I will be cleaning 25/8 because these kids have me cleaning up after them all the time. Like The house is rarely clean.
And it's not even like just like, oh, like there's like dirt and food on the floor. It's not even just
Yeah,
that.
it's not. No, no, no.
It's
We're
also
still clean people,
yeah,
but
yeah. But it's like for example, their toys.
honestly, that's a big thing. Like, you don't expect that your house is gonna constantly be in a state of chaos. You can't even fully watch these people on social media who portray their house to be like this clean thing, and like it's always tidy and always clean if they have kids, because believe you me, they did a quick 1 hour clean before they started recording.
Of course, most
Like,
time.
let's just be so
Like
for
okay,
real.
like your house, also plus your car. Like
Oh
those
yeah.
those are gonna get dirty, but you have to clean up regardless. But like it happens.
It happens, and it
And
happens
and
often.
don't expect to have like don't expect to be like, oh, I'm not gonna be that parent. No.
No,
You're
you're
gonna
gonna be that parent some days.
everyone is gonna be that parent some days. You're gonna look at your house and be like, man, before kids, I never knew all these it would be like
Every day cleaning. Every
every
day,
day,
every day I wake up,
every
I'm
day.
thinking about what room I'm gonna start in. Yeah, like it's just something that once you have kids, you start to unlearn some things. And that is why one of my biggest things is you can try, but I feel like you don't really understand until you have kids. You might see someone with kids and their kids are like kind of acting bad, or their kids are cranky.
Or like crying,
Yeah,
angry, like
exactly.
throwing tantrums,
And you're wondering, oh, what are these parents
doing
doing?
at home. They aren't they not like home training their kids? It's not about home training. It's about
It's about your kid.
yeah, it's about your kid. For example, if your kid doesn't take a midday nap,
Oh, boy, are you in for a treat.
you know what they should do? If we had the chance, they should have like you know how like there's like escape rooms and stuff?
Hmm.
They should have like something like that but for like parent and like basically you experience a day in parenthood before you have kids.
Oh, like a parenthood simulation kind of
Yeah,
thing.
parenthood simulation.
Oh, that's a good idea.
It would be nice if like like if someone like let's say there's a couple and they want to have kids, but before they have kids, they're like, let's try out this simulator to see if we actually
Oh,
like want to have kids.
oh, I like that. That's a really good idea.
And then they basically go to the simulator, try it out for the day, because it's probably be like a day. It'll be a day simulator,
Hmm.
like it won't be like
Like an
hour. No,
hour.
no,
No,
no.
no, no. You
It'd
can't
be
really.
you'll have it from like maybe from 10 a.m.
Yeah.
to probably at like 11 p.m. at night, and you just do that for the day and then see how it is. And if you like it, like if you want to become a parent and you actually like it, then go ahead, try for kids. But then if you try that and then you're like, oh, kids are not for me.
Somebody out there watching this, remember when you do this, give the AK fam credit.
Yeah, a parenthood
A parenthood simulator.
simulator would be nice.
All jokes aside, I really don't think that if you don't have children, you can really understand what it means to be a parent.
Mm-hmm.
You can try, and maybe you have somebody around you who has kids, or maybe you have a little sibling, but that feeling is not ever going to be the same as when you actually have that child of your
Yeah,
own.
yeah.
That's why, honestly, I think parenthood is going to look different for everyone, yes,
Of course.
but it is really on you to decide how parenthood is going to look for you.
Mm-hmm.
So now we are going to move into segment number 3, which we talk about life before kids. Let's talk a little bit about life before kids. What did a normal day look for you back then?
Before kids?
Before kids.
Shoot. Normal day would basically me waking up at like 10 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
you know, chilling on my phone for like an hour or two. Um, you know, probably like get ready and stuff, and then go out, do what I gotta do. Or if I have work, just go to work. Um, it was just chill. I would just binge watch TV shows all day. Like some days, I'll just binge watch my favorite TV shows and like from like 8 a.m. in the morning until like 10 p.m. at night. And I don't have to worry about like no one like running around. Nothing like that. Like I was just doing my own thing,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, for me, I kind of, well, I don't relate with all of that, but parts of that. Like before kids, I was a very organized person. I was a very scheduled person. Um, I had many routines. So during the week, I was going to school at one point, then COVID happened. Then after that, I was working way before that. So been working since the age of 16 and literally worked up until having kids. So I would go to work. I would sometimes I had programs to take part in at church, so I would go to church. I was always busy. Like I had a schedule. I was always busy. I always had something to do. Basically,
Yeah,
that's how
yeah.
my life looked before having kids.
I had stuff to do, but to be honest, I never really like
It was like personal stuff.
personal stuff.
Like
Yeah,
you didn't
yeah.
really have like there was no real obligation except work.
Yeah, except for work, to be honest. Or like, well, not really. I never really went to the gym before, but I just worked out whenever I wanted to work out, you
Right.
know?
So
But
with
now it's different.
so when you think about that, how did time feel
Time
back
f-
then?
time felt like I had unlimited time. I had all this time to do nothing and just um you know, back then I was a little bit younger, so I didn't really know what I wanted to do or whatever, and I just had time to just do whatever I wanted to do, like, you know, go out, go to work, you know, go see friends. Like I don't have to be like, oh, like I can't even come because of my kids, you know. Like most times people invite me out, I'll be like, sure. Now people invite me out,
Big thing.
it's hard, to be
Yeah,
honest.
for me too, like time, I feel like because I was such a scheduled person, I was like always on time. I always had things like in order. I was always ready for whatever was going to come. Like, for example, as he just said, when someone invited me out, chances are I can just easily say, yes, I'm gonna be there. It was not gonna be like, let me plan for someone to watch the kids. Let me let me
Yeah,
take them with me. Like you're not
you're
thinking
not
about any
thinking
of
like that
that.
when
So when we talk about that, did we take that for granted?
yeah, we did.
Because
Cause now look, if you really take it in, now life is different. Like for a mother, they're always with their kids. But even for a father, he also has to be with his kids. But a father goes to work. They do have time for themselves, but it's not like a longer time before you have kids. Because before you have kids,
okay, so
you're
you're basically saying like before you have kids, you can kind of focus on yourself, but like
yes.
when you have the
When you
kids,
have kids, you still can focus on yourself, but it's
it's
kind of
harder.
yeah, it's harder. But even mothers have should have time to have time alone, you know?
Yeah, we should, but it's not that easy, right? Because first of all, if you're okay, let me put myself like let me just talk as myself. I don't trust a lot of people with my children. And that is just based on the fact that I see what's happening in the world, and I also see what's happening with like personal friendships and personal relationships. And if you can treat me like this, how are you going to treat my child?
Facts.
And therefore, I would rather just spend all my time with my child, taking care of my child, than leaving my child in the care of someone else and then they do something to my child, because I promise you, I'm going to jail.
Facts.
I'm not one to play when it comes to my children. I don't care who you are. If you do something to my child, it's going to be me and you. And so for that reason, I would say that's why I feel like my time, for example, I don't have time. Like, I don't have time to myself, really. I'm home with these kids 24/7. Even when their dad is off, or when he's like not scheduled for work, or when he gets home from work, the kids are still hooked on me most of the time. And even if they're like playing with their dad, like doing whatever with their dad, it's still that motherly instinct where like I have to take care of them, which I need
But
to
still,
unlearn, because I also feel like as a mother, you need to know when to step back and let the father take charge. You need to know when, okay, daddy's home, let daddy do it. Let daddy handle it.
Yeah.
But it's not that easy. It's easier said than done, because deep down inside, as much as you trust your partner, like for me, I trust him with everything, but it's still like deep down, I want to be the one protecting them.
You know what I feel like though? This is what it is. To be honest, like how society is now, there's like people saying that, oh, like the mother has to take care of the kid and stuff like that. But that's not how it is. Basically, there's some stay-at-home fathers and the mother is working and the father is taking care of the kids. For example, like in our situation is different because I work most times and you're home all the time with the kids. So it's like we still have that balance though. We still have that balance that some days she's not feeling for it and I'll step in, do what I gotta do, you know?
Right, because just like to take for example, the other day I was like not really feeling the greatest. It was just emotionally a rough day. And even with all of that being said, like King, as the children's father, I would usually, when we get home from like a long day, I would usually go in the kitchen and start prepping dinner, start taking care of the house, cleaning up whatever mess was created before we left the house. Because as I said, your house is never clean. But once we got home, I kind of just separated myself and I went upstairs to just relax and just be with myself. And he took over. I didn't have to ask him. He literally cooked dinner for myself, him, and the kids. He cleaned up, like he tidied up the kitchen area, the living room area. He did all of this without me asking, because at the end of the day, we are equal. We are a partnership. You should not, as a mother, always be doing things on your own. And as a father, you should not always be doing things on your own. If you're in a relationship, of course, there are single parents out there. I understand that. But that is why it's important also to have a community and try to have a village. It's not possible for everyone, and I do sympathize with those who don't have that. But if you can have that, and if you do have that, that is very important to build on that relationship, because everybody needs somebody in this world. Like, you should not be doing things alone. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. There's nothing wrong with having an off day. There's nothing wrong with missing your old life before becoming a parent. Based on becoming a parent now, is there anything that you miss before becoming a parent?
To be honest, not really. I don't really miss anything because I feel like I was just wasting time back then. I wasn't really doing anything for myself before having kids. So I don't really miss that life because, to be honest, when you're alone by yourself and stuff like that, you get lonely and you get depressed and stuff like that. You don't have like someone to look up for. You don't have motivation, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So back then, I did I kind of do miss like alone time, but I also don't.
Okay.
Because yes, you need alone time, but I do get that sometimes.
Right.
So that's not
because
really
again, it's important to have a community, and when you have a community, maybe if somebody is able to take care of the kids for a little bit and you need that alone time, reaching out and asking them, can you watch the kids for just an hour, and just treating yourself to something and having that alone intimate time with yourself, that's very important. And for that, I can say truly, I don't miss anything that like I dealt with or anything from before having kids, because all I see now is my life with my kids. I can't even look back and say I miss anything. Everything that happened in the past was meant to happen. Your life aligned the way it was supposed to align. And for that, I don't really miss anything at all. But on that note, that ends our discussion for this topic. We had to dig up how parenthood was before so that we could, in a next topic, talk about more topics related to our current life. But with that said, now it is time for our game. As I said in the first episode, we will play a game every single episode. For today's episode, we will be playing Speed, This or That, based on the theme of today's topic, before parenthood. The rules for this game are pretty simple. 12 questions, answer instantly, all under 1 minute.
I have to answer all 12 under 1 minute?
Yes.
Oh, shoot.
No explaining, just answer. And if you need to skip, say skip, and I will return back to that question if there's still time at the end. Okay? I'm going to set my timer for 1 minute and give you a countdown, and then we will start this speed round.
Nervous. 12 questions under 1 minute.
3, 2, 1. Sleep in or start the day early?
Sleep in.
Spontaneous plans or scheduled plans?
Scheduled.
One kid or multiple kids?
Multiple.
Strict routine or go with the flow?
Strict routine.
Stay-at-home parent or working parent?
Working parent.
Document everything or live in the moment?
Document everything.
Advice from family or advice from the internet?
Advice from family.
Quiet nights in or a busy social life?
Quiet nights in.
Financial stability first or you'll figure it out?
I'll figure it out.
Do it by the book or trust your instinct?
Trust your instinct.
You'll stay mostly the same or you'll change completely?
Change.
Mentally ready for kids or never really ready?
Never ready.
Boom! You did it!
What can I say?
Clap it up, clap it up. All right. So based on that was just a little bit of a taste of how you thought parenthood would have been before having kids, right?
Yeah.
That's how you felt before having the kids.
Yeah.
So which answer surprised you the most? Like when you think about how you thought parenthood would be before having kids, which answer out of all of those surprised you?
Which answer? Um, didn't I say strict routine?
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah.
So yeah, that one kind of surprised me because you never have a strict routine with kids. To be honest, when you have kids, you do have routines, but you just have to go with the flow some days. Like sometimes they don't even want to eat whatever you want to give them, right? Let's say dinner's at 6 p.m. Let's just say, and you give them dinner at 6, but then they don't eat. You're following this strict routine, but then your kids is not following that. Your kids want to do it on their own time, or you'll give them breakfast at 10 a.m. in the morning, and they want chips or they want cookies.
Oh yes.
So there's never ever a strict routine when you have kids.
Okay.
You can have some routines that you can follow for them,
Right.
but sometimes it won't be strict because, for example, mornings we brush their teeth, but they want to brush their own teeth.
Yeah.
Because they like the taste of the toothpaste.
And they want to be independent.
Too.
Right.
Or, for example, I bathe them sometimes, and they want to hold the cloth when they're bathing, but they don't know how to wash themselves properly. Like, you would say, okay, you're gonna have bath time this day at this time, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, whatever. That's your routine. But if you're like drained and you're like worked out, or like your kids are like giving you a hard time, sometimes you don't even want to bathe them.
Sometimes you have to skip bath time.
Sometimes you just have to skip bath time.
And bathe them in the morning because
bathe them next day.
Like he said, you might have a routine, and it's important to have routines, but you also have to learn to sometimes just go with the flow.
Sometimes you just got to go with the flow.
That's simple. So if you could talk to your pre-parent self right now, what would you say?
I would say just understand it's not easy as a parent. Communicate, and also just be there, and don't try to overdo yourself.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
If I could talk to my pre-parent self right now, I would say it's gonna get lonely some days. It gets hard, especially having toddler age children when you're with them every day. Talking to babies all day, you will literally feel lonely. You will feel like you're going insane because even if you don't talk in that goo goo gaga language, you still are only talking to a child who can only respond back to you at a child's level. So it's gonna get lonely sometimes, but as I said before, it is important to have a community. It's important to have a village. Build a village, create strong friendships, don't push everyone away. And in my case, if people push you away and just don't want to be your friend simply because of the fact that either you have children now and that's not their path, or you're in a relationship, a committed relationship, and maybe they don't want to be around you, try to make friends. You don't have to be friends with the same people that you were friends with 5 years ago. A very important person told me this before. You're going to have friends in your life for a season, and you're going to have friends in your life for a reason. Make sure you know who is in your life for a season, and make sure you know who is in your life for a reason. Because at the end of the day, some people who were there 20 years ago might still be there, and some people who were there 2 months ago are not going to be there. Just know, some people are going to be in your life forever, and some people, they're not going to.
Oh yeah, that's
So
true.
just, it's important to have that community, make friendships that maybe will last forever.
Meaningful friendships too, you know.
And that is the little piece of advice that I can give you. With that said, parenthood definitely changes you, but it also shows you who you were deep down inside. If you're listening or watching and you're not a parent yet, or maybe you are as a parent of one with plans to have more, remember, you don't have to have everything figured out. This parenting thing is not going to be easy. There will be great days, and there will also be a lot of rough ones.
Mm-hmm.
The key is to wake up every day with a clear mind and ready to take on the new things life has thrown at you. On behalf of my co-host King and we just want to thank you guys for all the positive feedback we received when we dropped the first episode. A lot of people came up to the both of us in person and really congratulated us and just let us know that they love what we're doing. So shout out to all of you. We thank you for listening and watching Parenthood Unscripted. If you made it through and you have not liked,
Comment,
and subscribed,
what are you doing?
What are you doing, guys? We sure hope you subscribe to our channel. And on that note, we'll catch you guys in the next podcast. Peace and love.
Yes, sir.
Bye.